Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Commander's Field. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Pacheco once again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. The 20, 5, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And now on the heels of the pick 6, here's their offense on the field sooner than intended, as they'll try to make it 8-0. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're pretty early in this contest, and with one interception already thrown, when that ball was tipped in the air, I think he had to be wondering, could this be a second one, and was already battling in his mind how to handle it. Fortunately, that ball fell incomplete, and now he gets a chance to atone for what could have been a big error.
That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. Still going inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 72 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch run in front of you.
Here's Daniels. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 33 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Ready? Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Ready?
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
The score, Commanders 12, Chiefs 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mahomes gonna throw. He's gonna go for a big play downfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are gonna take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up.
He's got a man complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. Mahomes takes it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They fake the give. Now Mahomes on the move to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of 7 and the 1st down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
43! 43! Hey, 57! 57!
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And it's Washington that's... And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught, but sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They go play action, now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Mahomes throwing on fourth. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From fourth down to first. Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. That is caught. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around. And that's caught inside the 20. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as they'll go for 2 here. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Chiefs 16.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And it's caught. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Going deep for Hopkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. To the air goes Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Travis Kelce, 54 yards. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great...
And now here is another interception.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Washington, and even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Ready?
And it caught up. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Let's go now.
Now Daniels. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by the linebacker Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, 54 yards. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. To throw is Daniels. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Michael Walker there to bring him down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Down 2 scores, out of timeouts, a must recover if they're going to have any shot. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10.
65, Jack, 65. Get it.
Daniels looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incomplete.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. Mahomes to throw it. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Here's Mahomes. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
That's caught. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th.
36.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Mustang 19. 2.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Yet another trip to the end zone, and that last one, a bit of history. He has now broken the NFL record for most receiving touchdowns in a single. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And incomplete here. So that will leave him with 16 on the clock. Mahomes will throw. Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Mahomes. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to them.